Criticism and judgment. As human beings on the planet, we're supposed to create. That's what we're here to do. The ability to create is a divine gift. But what one chooses to do with that gift is a personal decision. Many people choose to not exercise or utilize that gift or even try because they are afraid. As a person who has undertaken a lot of creative endeavors, I'll tell you that it takes a lot of courage. When people do decide to do something about what's ever inside of you that wants and needs to come out. That takes a lot of courage to do it. And when you don't do it, you know why? It's because you're afraid. You're afraid that people will invariably criticize and judge you for your creation. And do you know why? It's because people will invariably criticize and judge you for whatever you create. And that can hurt. But it can also be infuriating. Why? Because many times the people who do the judging and criticizing are the very people who haven't created anything. Absolutely nothing. Here's a few examples about what I mean. I recently read a review from a critic who downplayed Jennifer Lopez's ability to act and her many astonishing accomplishments, explaining that she didn't get nominated for an Oscar because she was a phenom. Not a real actor like Leonardo DiCaprio, but yet this woman was writing an article. She wasn't the one out there doing the work. She was just writing an article. And here is another example, if you're into sports, is a classic Monday night quarterback. Again, it's many times the people that can't do or haven't done anything on their own that judge other people. Here's another example. The central point that I want you to grasp here is that you never know where someone's creative endeavor is going to land them, the film or the disaster artist. At the 75th Golden Globe Awards, James Franco won the award for Best Actor, Musical or Comedy. Among other awards, the film The Disaster Artist, which is built on this very premise, and it was a true story. So was the film Dolomite, starring Eddie Murphy. In your guidebook, you will find a link to the interview with Eddie Murphy, where he is talking about Dolomite and the guerrilla filmmaking, and how it is to be admired rather than criticized and judged. It's worth noting that Ernie Hudson was in the original film, The Human Tornado. He went on to star in countless other films, one the most famous of which was Ghostbusters. So here are some words of advice. Try to make it a rule not to criticize other people's work, especially if you have not done squat. I'll close this section with a quote from Wayne Dyer. Don't die with your music still in you. Which leads me finally to self-confidence.